Yo, what's going on, guys? Bax Games here. Today, I'm doing a video that there's probably quite a few videos on this, but for me, I've never found one that's exactly what I'm looking for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a video on exactly what I look for in this game. And that is, from the start, the order you should buy businesses, how you should resupply them, how you should ship them, for the different the different situations you're in, if you're solo, if you have a bunch of friends, just depending on that. And then also a really good glitch to make you money. So there's two good glitches to make you money, and they both require a partner. So that's the only downside of these glitches. So you have to have at least one friend to do it, but you can both do it for each other, make you a lot of money, and all around you can make millions of dollars a day, like a lot of money a day. So I'm going to start off by showing you what order you should get your businesses in, how to get some money for those businesses, and yeah, so I'll show you in just a moment. Alright guys, real quick, I forgot to mention this in the video previously. I am in the editing phases now. I just want to say that this video is kind of 3 videos I put together, and if you read the description, it has timestamps for everything you're going to want to be looking for and where. So yeah, just look in the timestamps in the description and you can skip around to what you want to see. So yeah, I just want to thank you guys again for watching this. I think it's, for me, I'm really happy with how it turned out. A really good guide on how to make everything that you want to make. And yeah, and in the description I'm going to have links to 2 videos on how to do a money glitch, which I'll talk about later in this video. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Peace. Alright, so the first few minutes of this video are going to be dedicated to the people who have just started out, have nothing. There's 2 situations when you first start out. You have 2 different options when you buy the game. You can get the Deluxe or the Criminal Enterprise pack when you buy it, or you just get the base game. When you get the base game, you start with $300, and that is it. When you get the Deluxe edition, you get a couple other free things, but at the start, I'm going to teach you about the very beginning and some of the things you should do. So the first thing I would do if I were you at the very start is look on your map and find the nearest store that you can find. For me, it's right here, so I'm going to drive over to it. But what you're going to do is you're going to rob this store, because you start off with $300, and that's not very much to be able to do the things that you want. So what you're going to do is you're going to drive over to this store, and you're going to rob it. And doing that's very simple. I fell off my bike, but doing that is very simple. All you do, go in there, aim your gun at the guy, and he'll start pulling the money out of the register and throw a bag to you. A nice little glitch that you can do is you walk in with your pistol out, aim it at him, and while he's giving you it, shoot behind him, but you jump over the counter and you wait for him, and right when he's done, you're going to hit circle or B to pistol whip him. And if you do it right, which I didn't do it right first try, you can do that and then hit right on the D-pad and you'll start stealing it yourself, so you'll get double the amount of money. I didn't do it quite right, so I didn't get that much. I got $1,800. So what you're going to do now, drive off. And to do this, you can just steal a pedestrian car if you need to. Just get some sort of vehicle to go to the different things you need. But you just want to drive off, hide from the police, go down an alleyway, do something to lose your wanted level. So I'll pull into this parking lot. And what you're going to do is you're going to keep doing that until you get just a little bit of money. And the first thing that you are going to want to buy, which is going to sound weird, is a membership to the casino. And the reason you're going to want to do this is because the casino gives you free stuff with your daily spin if you get the pass. So I have the pass. You're going to go up to the casino. It doesn't matter if you have a wanted level when you go up to it. When you walk in, you're going to lose your wanted level. You go into the casino. What you're going to do, once it loads, is there's the front desk. You're going to walk up to that guy and you're going to buy a membership. The reason you're going to do this is so you can do your daily spin. And what you're going to want to do the first time you do it is try to spin for the pedestal vehicle. This changes every single week. Right now, I think that's the Itali GTO, I want to say it is. But you walk up to this guy right here, and you buy a membership or whatever it's called for them. Then what you do is you walk over to this wheel in the middle of the casino, and you're going to spin it. This wheel has a whole bunch of different prizes on it. What you want is the vehicle. I already did mine for today, but what you do is you spin it. If you don't get the vehicle, just close your application, try it again, and just keep doing that over and over and over again until you get the vehicle. This is going to be a good supercar. I think this one costs like 1.7 million to buy, so this is a perfect thing for you to do at the start to get you a good car that'll get you around. What I'm going to go over next is the scenario of you having the deluxe edition or the criminal enterprise edition. And what this is going to do is it's going to give you some free things at the start. If you have this, then what you're going to do, go on your phone, go to Legendary Motorsports, sort by price, by the lowest price, and you want to get this Turismo. It's a free supercar. It's a good supercar, but because you have this, you get it for free. That's an alternative to the spinning the wheel, like I just said. And if you did get the base edition and you want to spend a little bit of money to get kick-started, you can spend $10 to get that pack. So what you're going to do is you're going to do that, and then you're going to go on your phone, go to Maze Bank Floor Closure, and you're going to go up here to the top of the map. And you should see this symbol right here. This is a bunker, and it should be free if you have this edition. You see mine is free. You're going to want to claim this bunker as your own and then drive up to it and get it set up. This bunker is going to make money for you. All you got to do is steal supplies and it gets you money. And eventually you can buy supplies, but it's not worth it until you have it upgraded. So for now, a good way you can start making some starting cash, claim this bunker, start stealing supplies for it. You just go inside and it'll show you basically how to do it. You go to the computer, click steal supplies, and just keep filling it up. If you're solo, you want to ship out your supplies when it's about a fourth of the way full, maybe a third. But if you go too much, you're going to get too many vehicles to be able to ship out by yourself, and you're going to need some friends to help you. If you have a bunch of friends to help you, just wait until it's all the way full and ship out the entire shipment at once. Now, another thing you can do, if you have this edition, is you go to Dynasty 8 Executive, under Money and Services, enter the site, and right here, this Maze Bank West CEO business, you want to claim this for yourself. This gets you some free stuff right off the start, and this is how you buy some other businesses that get you money very well to start. So I'm going to go there and I'm going to show you some of the businesses you can buy through that thing. Alright, so once you're in your CEO office, you walk in past the front desk and you take a left, and you'll have your computer sitting over here. What you want to do, go to the interaction menu and register as a CEO. My session has a maximum number, so I'm not going to be able to do this right now, but you don't really even need to be one. You can still go sit at the computer, but you do need to be one to actually access the computer. And what you're going to want to do, go into the computer and go to Special Cargo. For this, you're going to need $250,000 to get it started. You go to Special Cargo and look for the cheapest warehouse that you can buy. There's one for only $250,000, which is not bad at all because it makes you a lot of money, and this is completely solo. All you do is go to your warehouse once you buy it, go inside of it, and click Source Supplies, I think is what it says. And you can buy one at a time, two at a time, or three at a time. One at a time gives you the most profit over time, but it takes the longest. I always go three at a time because you can fill it up quickly and make money the most efficiently. So that's what I do. You buy 3 supplies for it. You have to go out and steal them, bring them back, and it'll eventually fill up. Now, something that is extremely important for you to look at. Rockstar recently has been, every single week, they change to where there's a business that's double money. As of right now, the bunker is what is double money for me. It's double money, and it's 40% off to buy it and do all the upgrades. So you need to look at all the discounts that are going on. I have this one right here, and I've done a bunch of upgrades to it that don't really matter. The only upgrades you need to do for your bunker, and really all your businesses, are the ones inside of it, and like in the computer. You don't need any of these, just like aesthetics. That's more of something that you'll do later on when you have enough money to where you don't really care. So one other thing that you need to do if you have the Criminal Enterprise Edition is you need to go to Maze Bank Foreclosure and look for this symbol right here. This is a motorcycle gang clubhouse. This is free right here in the middle of the map, just to the right of the Air Force Base. So claim this clubhouse for yourself, and then you can go to it, and this is where you get a lot of the motorcycle businesses. So I'm going to go there, and I'll show you what to do once you're there. Alright, I am back in my motorcycle club, and you should see a screen that looks similar to this, but you probably will not have any businesses on this Businesses You Own page. What you want to do, go to the Buy Businesses tab, and you're going to scroll through here, and you want to sort it low to high. Not high to low, low to high. And what this does is it shows you all the businesses that you can buy, lowest price to highest price. And there should be a free one on here if you have that pack. If not, don't worry about this. But if you have that pack, it should be a counterfeit cash business. There's a cheap one right here in the Grand Sonora Desert. What you want to do when buying these businesses is always go with the cheapest that you can get, because they're all right in the middle of the map and close together, and they're the cheapest. You save the most money. So as a starter, this is the thing I go with. One thing, do not buy document forgeries. These things are not good. They just aren't. They don't make that good of money. They cost a good amount of money. Not worth your time. But every other business in here you want to buy. Counterfeit is alright. The two you really want is methamphetamine and cocaine. These make you the most money compared to any other one. They're a little more expensive, but it's for a reason. Weed's alright, but the main thing you want is counterfeit, meth, and coke. These make you the most money at the start, so you'll want to save up and get these businesses. So once you get those, you'll be good. Now that's the starting guide. One last thing as a starter that you can do is there's always double money jobs. 2 times money jobs. So what you want to do, go to online jobs, play job, Rockstar created, and then it will look through and find which ones are double money. Every week it changes. Those double money jobs make you a good amount. Like some of them make like $100,000 every time you do it, and a lot of times they're pretty fun jobs to do. It just depends. But those jobs will make you money so that you can get these businesses. You want to upgrade them, steal supplies. Eventually, if they're fully upgraded, you can buy supplies, and then when they're full, ship them out with all your teammates that are willing to help you ship them. All around, as a starter, that's the best way to make money. Now I'm going to switch into talking about, as like, once you're out of that starting phase, the best order to buy your businesses in and why. So yeah. Alright, so now that I've started talking about the beginning phases, I'm going to talk about the mid phases, even to the late phases. This kind of gets confusing, mainly because a lot of times you don't know what order you should be getting stuff in. If you're a starter, you probably have this bunker up here in the very top of the map that's 7 miles away from anything you ever want to do, and you'll learn that quick. It is not that fun to do anything out of this Paleto Bay bunker. What I recommend is one of the first businesses you should buy. This is Chumash bunker right here. I want to say it's 1.4 million. I think. Right now they're on sale, so it's even less. But this one up here, if you have it fully upgraded, you can trade it in to buy this one not upgraded, basically for free. So all around you're going to get your money back, and it's worth it. I'm telling you, you're going to be able to do every shipment. It's closer to the city, and I don't think you're ever going to lose profits on your shipments. But yeah, this Chumash bunker is the best one in my opinion. This one's not bad, but it's 2.3 million. As you can see, it's discounted. Chumash is only like 1.4 million. So all around, this bunker is the first purchase I would make as a business. At the same time though, you need to look at what's double money. That's very important, and I'll tell you why in just a second. Okay, all around, I believe there's 8 businesses you can get. There are 5 through this clubhouse. There are bunkers, there are nightclubs. I lied, there's 11 that you can get. Because there's 5 here. There's the bunker, which is 6. The nightclub, which is 7. There's air freight cargo, which is 8. But this stuff sucks. Never buy that, ever. And then there's vehicle and special cargo. So there's 10. All of them serve different purposes and how you want to make money. Overall, the 5 businesses through the clubhouse and the bunker are the most similar to each other because the way they work, you get supplies for them. Over time, those supplies turn into stock. Once you build that up, you sell your stock. That's how they work. Now, the nightclub is a little bit of a different story. How this works, you take all the businesses you have and assign them to the nightclub. You can assign 5 businesses to it. And I'll talk a little bit more in a little bit about the best way to upgrade your nightclub and how to get to make the most money. But the main thing you need to know, the nightclub is one of the last things you want to get. Because late game it makes you some of the most money, but it's the most expensive to get set up. Okay. Other than those businesses I just talked about, there's 2 more that you can get. And that is the special cargo and vehicle cargo. These are the best solo money businesses in my opinion. Other than the nightclub, but that takes a lot to get set up. What I did is I went with special cargo because for me, I like filling up a giant shipment and shipping it all out at once. The vehicle cargo, you kind of source a car, sell it for $100,000 and keep doing that over and over again, making $80,000 in profit every time. It makes really good money. For me, it's not my style. I prefer doing the special cargo, filling it up for a huge shipment and doing it all at once. But when it comes to that, that's really all there is to that. So that's the overall rundown of how all the businesses work. Now I'm going to talk about kind of the way you should buy them. For me, number 1 business starting off is the bunker. When it's full, it's a $1 million shipment. Right now it's double money, so it's a $2 million shipment. But that's $1 million. That's enough to buy really any of the motorcycle gang businesses I was talking about in the middle of the map. But what I did, let's say you start off with it non-upgraded. I sold it, bought an upgrade, sold it, bought another upgrade, sold it, bought the last upgrade. Kept doing that until I had it maxed. Then I take that money and I reinvest it and I bought a meth lab. There's one like right here on the map, the cheapest one. And then while I was doing the bunker, I'd buy supplies, let them stock up. While I'm doing that, I'd work on the meth and the counterfeit I got for free, let those stock up, get them all stocked up. When I sell them all out, I'm making about 1.5 million. Do all that, then max out your meth. Keep doing that over and over again until you have all the motorcycle gang businesses maxed out. This is a long-winded process, but this is the best way to get set up at the start. Other than a glitch, which I'll talk about a little bit later, but for that you need a friend that's decently set up. So really you need to do all this before you can do this glitch. So yeah, you do all that, and then you can upgrade the vehicle cargo or special cargo. Now, the alternative, if you don't have people to help you ship stuff out, take that money from the bunker, buy a vehicle cargo. The cheapest one's like $1.1 million, so you have to do a couple shipments, and then you can do that. Then while you do that, let the bunker fill up on stock, get vehicles for your vehicle cargo, and make money for that while your bunker's filling up. Every once in a while, go over, buy supplies, just keep letting that acquire. Ultimately, you need those 4 biker businesses I talked about earlier, all of them other than document forgery. Weed you don't really need. Main thing you need is coke, meth, and counterfeit cash. Weed is a good extra, but I'd get that last. Coke, meth, and counterfeit are the 3 that you really need. You need that, you need those, you need the bunker, and then you need a vehicle and special cargo. I don't even have a vehicle, I just have special cargo, and the reason you need special cargo over vehicle is for the nightclub. But there's a special cargo that's only $250,000, so it's not that bad at all. Now that you have all this set up, you can go to your nightclub. All of these businesses you need, basically maxed out. The levels of them don't really affect the efficiency of the nightclub, but you don't want to just have a bunch of businesses that are not that good that don't make money. You want to get them as good as they can be before you start investing into a new business. So once you have all those set up, if you keep buying supplies and doing that every once in a while, after a couple hours, you should have, in theory, a couple $1,000,000 worth of shipments able to go. You need to do this for a while till you save up about 7 million, maybe 8 million. So you do have to save up a lot, but it's worth it for the nightclub. I'm telling you, this is the best business for overall money. What you need to do with the nightclub is, when you buy it, I have this one right here, not super expensive, in a good location. You can also go with the cheapest one, which I believe is this one, just $1 million. Except I would go with this one, this 1.3, if you were going on the cheap route, because that's a little bit more like central. I think this one is around 2 million that I have, but I think it's worth it for the, or it might have been 1.8 mil. Really, anyone towards the middle of the map are good. I don't like these ones up here because I don't like going up in the top part of the city. I like being in the middle of the city. But the location doesn't really matter. It's just a time saver. So if you don't care about the time that you're saving, it doesn't matter. So what you want to do, pick the one that you want and you buy it. When you buy it, you renovate. The dancers and the nightclub style and the light rig, all that does not matter. The storage is what matters when it comes to making this money. You need all 5 storages, which I think cost about 1.7 million to buy all of them. So like I said, this is expensive to get set up, but it costs $1.7 million to get this set up. Once you get all of these businesses set up, and I told you the order that you're supposed to do it in, if you have friends, do bunker, then the motorcycle gang, then do vehicle and special cargo. If you're solo, do the bunker, then the vehicle, then the special, and then the motorcycle gang. But ultimately, the best way to do this is to have friends, because when you ship out your bunker and stuff, you're going to need people to help you. So it's hard to do solo, because if not, you're going to have to ship out your bunker when it's only like a fourth of the way full for like $300,000 is kind of how much you need to ship it out for. So ultimately, that's how you do that. Now I'm going to talk about, with the nightclub, how to make the most money out of what you're doing and how to properly set it up, because a lot of people get confused about how the nightclub works, so I'm going to do the full rundown on that. Okay, once you enter your nightclub, there's a couple things you're going to have to do. First of all, you're going to have to do all the setup stuff for it, which takes a little while, but you got to do that for every business when you first get it. After you do all that stuff, you want to go into your nightclub and access the computer inside of it. I recommend going in the back so you don't have to slowly walk through all that stuff, but either way it's kind of a pain. But you go to this computer here and you're going to access it, and then if you look here, I have $175,000 worth, and I haven't been AFKing for very long at all. But here's how this works. First of all, under nightclub management, you can promote the club to where it makes money over time. It's not worth it at all. Doesn't make much money whatsoever. Resident DJs, doesn't matter which one you have, they all make the same amount of money. Don't waste your money on this stuff. Warehouse management is where this gets important. You have 5 technicians that you can assign to different businesses. Everyone that you buy is going to go up in price. And I think the last one's 300,000. So all around you need like 750, 800,000 to buy all of these technicians. What you do is you need to assign them all to specific businesses. The 5 businesses you want to supply them to: sporting goods, which is the bunker. You want 1 on cargo and shipments, which is special cargo. Vehicle cargo does not work, I do not believe, but special cargo does. Then you want 1 on cash creation. 1, cash creation is counterfeit cash, by the way. 1 on South American imports, which is coke, I believe. And then 1 on pharmaceutical research, which is meth. These 5 are the best way to make the most money. If you AFK overnight, you're going to come back and have about $1 million to ship out if it's maxed out. Next, you need to go to the upgrade tab, and you need to get all these upgrades. All around, it's going to cost about $2.4 million to get all these upgrades, which I know it's a lot. like a lot of money to get this thing set up. But if you look at my home, my total earnings is $10.5 million. It costed me about $6.5–7 million to get this thing completely set up. So it is worth it. And I didn't really grind this out that much at the start like I should have, because I didn't know what I was doing. But hopefully this will show you how to do it and how to make the most money that you can. Next, I'm going to talk about the arcade and the facility and how you can do some money glitches with that. Okay, so there's two things that I still have not talked about. On Maze Bank Foreclosure, you got arcades that you can deal with, and then you have these facilities. The facilities are for the Doomsday Heists, which is going to sound crazy, but the best facility for you to have is this one all the way up here in Paleto Bay, by the bunker that I said is the worst location. And it's because the Act 2 heist is called the Bogdon problem. You're gonna need to go right here, and there's a money glitch that you can do with it to where you make really easy money, and you can make about $1 million every 20 minutes for your friend. The issue with these two glitches I'm about to show you, you have to have two friends with it set up. You have to have you and a friend with the thing completely set up, and only one of you is going to make money at a time. But if you trade back and forth, you can make your friend about $3 million every time, like every hour, and he can make you about $3 million every hour. So if you ultimately, if you grind this out enough, you can make you and your friend each about $10 million a day, even up to $20 million a day if you're grinding very hard while doing this. So you want to buy this facility up here if you're going to be doing the Bogdon problem glitch, because this is going to be giving you a lot of money. If you get you and one friend to do this, if you look, it only costs $1.2 million. You're going to make money doing the setups and things like that for it too. You got to do some prepping and setup work for it, but once you get this heist set up, it's really easy to do the glitch. All you do, go to your facility, start the Act 2 heist. You're going to go here, somebody's going to steal a Stromberg, somebody's going to get in the Avenger. The person that's going to get in the Avenger is not actually going to get in it. He's going to take a car, drive with the person in the Stromberg up to this peninsula right here. The person in the Stromberg will take the Stromberg under the water into a submarine, while the other person sits on this beach here. They can look around to see if there's any boats or anything, which sometimes there are, sometimes they're not. If not, the person in the submarine, when they're done, just has to swim back. And then when they swim back, they go from this peninsula to the Avenger. The person, either of them can fly the Avenger. You just take off and you'll fly down here and park it in this hangar. As soon as you park it in this hangar, your screen is going to flash gold. Whoever is hosting it, as soon as it flashes gold, is going to close their application. What you're going to do if you're hosting it, you give yourself 15% cut, you give the other person 85%. This is because when you close app, you're not going to make any money. You do not make any money doing this, but your friend will make the money. But when you load back in, you are able to go right back into the Act 2 heist without doing any preps or setups. That is what makes this glitch so good. This is one option of how you can do this, but there's a new way for making money even faster, and it's through the arcade. I bought this arcade right here because it is closest to the casino, which is right in this area. If you are struggling for cash, you can go up to the north part of the map and buy an arcade up here, but ultimately the best way to do it is just to save up and get the bunker or the arcade closest, because it's going to save you time when it comes to making money. But either way, you can press right on the D-pad when you're both in the same car and skip the trip. So either way, you can do it pretty quickly, but I'd recommend getting this one right here. It's not super expensive, and it's kind of close to everything else that you're going to want. And there's a thing called a master control terminal in this, which I'll explain in just a moment, and it is very good for making money. But the way you do this, I'm going to make a video on the best way to do this glitch, and I'll put a link in the description for that once I am done with that video. But you're going to go in here, and you're going to scope out the casino, do all the prep work, and you need gold to be the thing that you're stealing. And it's because there's a certain glitch you can do with gold, which I'll explain later. If you don't get gold, you got to do the heist through. You got to do each one, like every single approach. There's 3 of them. There's silent and sneaky, there's big con, and there's full on like attack. And big con is the best one, but the way you set it up is you do the big con as gold, and you can do a glitch to where with you and one other person you can get the max cut, and about every single time you do it you're gonna make about $2 million. So this takes about the same amount of time as this one up here, the Bogdon one. It's a little bit harder to do, a little bit harder to get set up, but ultimately you're gonna make more money doing it. And I'll do 2 videos in depth explaining those, which I will put in the description. But I want to explain those to the best of my ability now so that you can get those, but I will put descriptions to the videos and once I have completed them and uploaded them. But there's one last thing I want to talk about, and it's called the Master Control Terminal. And this is the best thing in the game if you're trying to grind out money. Like, by far, in my opinion, it's the #1 thing you need for grinding out money. I'm going to go over to my thing and I'll show you exactly what it does here in just a moment. Alright, I am now at the arcade, and this Master Control Terminal is the best thing in the game for making money. There's 2 computers in the arcade, one upstairs and one downstairs. Downstairs is where you do the heist. This Master Control Terminal cost about $1.7 million, so it is expensive, but I'm telling you it is worth it. If I go into it and sit down, I will show you exactly why it's worth it. If I access the Master Control Terminal, you can see every single one of my businesses. You can see I don't have document forgery, air freight cargo, or vehicle cargo. But what I can do, the Nightclub is right here. Remember, when I was in the Nightclub, when I accessed the computer, it was this screen. What this place does is it shows you every single computer and every single one of your businesses from one central location. That's why I said you should buy the one closest, because this is important. Here's the bunker. What you can do from here, you can go into it and buy supplies. This is the exact same screen you have from the bunker. You can also sell your stock. The issue is, when you sell your stock, you still have to go all the way over to your business. So it's best to go to your business and sell the stock from there. That is one thing I will say. That's the only downside to this. You also have every single one of the motorcycle gang businesses here. But you have every single business in the game accessible from this one central location. What you can do, you can buy stock in every single one of your businesses, exit the control terminal. I walk down to here, and let's say you got to go to bed, you got to do something. You can either take a rubber band, or you can take a like a wire or like a cord for something, and you wrap it around both your sticks to where they point inwards, and your person should spin around like this. This will make it to where you don't get kicked for being AFK in the session. You can also do it in a security camera, but the issue with that is that there's not a security camera in here, so you got to go all the way over here to buy it. Because what the best way to do, AFK for a bit, come back, get in your master control terminal, buy supplies, come back down here, go AFK, and keep doing that. And then eventually when you come back, everything is going to be completely full. And as of right now, if everything's full for me, I'm going to ship out about $6 million worth of stuff. So ultimately, it is completely worth it to buy this master control terminal. It makes your life so much easier, makes it so much faster. The number one thing I will say, if you do AFK, make sure you plug your controller in, because if it dies while you're AFK, you get kicked out of the session. That's the one thing that you need to make sure you do. I hope you guys did enjoy this. I tried my best to run down, in my opinion, the best way to buy your businesses in order, and which ones you should upgrade and how, and the best way to make money. Like I said, those 2 heists, I'm going to do a full rundown on how to do the glitch, and I'll have the description to both of those in, or the link to both those in the description. But if this helped you guys out at all, please like and subscribe. Comment any tips you have for people that I missed out on this video, because I'm sure I missed out on some of them. But yeah, I hope that I helped you guys out. There's a lot of new people playing this game because it's now free on PC through Epic Games. So I'm just hoping this will help you guys get started off and get kick-started into making millions. Because I know that I've made up to $20 million in a day just by doing these methods I've said. And I'll show you, like I said, I'll show you the 2 money-making methods that I'm currently making a video for, and they'll be in the description. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time.